So I was referencing back to the comic strip Popeye from a long time ago, and there was a character called Wimpy who was always looking to eat hamburgers, and he said, "I'll gladly pay you tomorrow for a hamburger today." And that's kind of the world I think we live in with insurance companies. Trial courts set trial dates way out in the future anymore, okay? If we can't get a case settled, I mean, at some point we're talking to an insurance company about a claim, and we either can come to some settlement or we can't. Well, we can't force them to pay money without going through the legal process. So we have to file a lawsuit. And then when we do that, we are now subject to the court's timeline. And different courts have different timelines. But I'll tell you, they're all stretched out and they've gotten longer. So we're seeing trial dates 2 years out. And a trial date is the hammer that hangs over the insurance company's head that on this day, there'll be a trial and a jury's going to put a number on it and render a verdict, and ultimately you're going to have to pay that. So they look at a trial date as, okay, that's coming down the road. What's our rush to deal with this now? Why should we deal with this now when 2 years down the road we'll deal with it as we come up to trial? I mean, we see cases that settle on the morning of trial, during trial, the Friday before trial is supposed to start on Monday, because that's when they're motivated. I think part of it too is the insurance companies have all reduced the number of claims staff. And when you talk to the claims people, they are handling more and more claims, and they're running around putting out fires. They're only looking at the cases that are coming up for trial in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And until your case bubbles up to that point, they really aren't paying much attention to it. So I think a lot of times clients are unhappy that things are taking so long to resolve on the legal front. And we're doing everything we can to move them along, because while the insurance company is looking at a trial date, they've hired defense counsel. And defense counsel's job often is how can we push that trial date even further down the road? What excuses can we come up with to push that trial date further down the road? So our goal is to eliminate all the excuses that defense counsel can come up with to push a case down the road, so that when the trial date does come up, there's no, okay, well, we're going to push it down the road for another 6 months or another year. Because that's generally what happens in the court front. When cases get kicked, we call it getting kicked or bumped, it's not for a day or two or a week, it's months or a year. And insurance companies make most of their money by investing their premium dollars. So if they're making good money on their investments, currently we have interest rates have been higher, so the insurance companies are making money by investing their premium dollars into, short-term vehicles, money market, CD type vehicles, where they're earning, a larger interest than what they've seen in years. They make more money by not paying your claim and letting it ride.